celebration continue, man. Yeah, man, where the shake? Comrades, bring the shake and get it out. Yeah. Pure celebration vibe. Just spending a moment here with the family here. Who want to spend a moment with them? Some of them say, oh, you start too long, take too long to get to the topic. They must be gone by now. It's a new year, surely is. New cycle and new beginning. Oh yes, the King of Love, my shepherd is, goodness faileth never. Yeah, man, words of right. Hey, give thanks for your presence with us. Wonderful celebration at this moment. Yes, it is what they refer to as the new year. And I think anyone that's been in the tiger's nest for some time will know that although it's the Gregorian calendar's new year, we celebrate a new year as we celebrate the cycle of life, which is my specific Earth Day, something which I take extremely serious. So even at this moment, the celebrations has begun, even though they kind of try to dampen it as far as our regular annual fireworks internationally. Yeah, man, we have fireworks all over the world for our Earth Day every year. So that's how we do it, eh? So when you hear we say that I am the best and I deserve the best, and only the best is coming to me now, for those who do not know that phrase, you would see it on the back of the brochure that we have produced for our home school. That is really our mantra. That is our motto as such. And we say that at the end of every homeschool presentation, I am the best and I deserve the best, and only the best is coming to me now. Yes, and so that is the mentality everyone should carry. So we're just going to hold a little meds today, just give thanks for your presence with us. As I said, we hold in that vibration of joy and happiness. Ye are all gods. What has become of that? Ye are all gods. Some people screw and feel away because we say honorable priest Isaac, as if you're trying to, stack up yourself or something. I am a priest, eh? I am a priest of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress. It's not a the priest thing, it's one of many. It's a priesthood order, actually. He shall make us priests and kings unto the Most High. You understand? As our good brethren Vaughn Benjamin said, and I always admire that line, many in the sky, but everyone is a star. You know what I mean? And if you understand that science, there's so many stars, you can't even count them nor number them. But they're all stars. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean like because it's 10 of you, one person got to be the star. Why not everyone a star? What's wrong with that? Why not everyone honorable? Kings and priests, empresses and prophets and prophetesses of the Most High. What is wrong with that? Many in the sky, but everyone is a star. Very nice concept, That should be immortalized like them Shakespeare words and them other foolishness that people just be pushing. You understand? 60 million Frenchmen can't be wrong and all that crap. Yeah. So yeah, so that science is Marcus Messiah Garvey that teach us to honor ourselves. It is him that said, honor yourself. And if you watch good, if you watch good, you'll notice all of our so-called guests. I don't really like to call people guests because that sounds like you're guessing what you're saying. Yeah, it's in the words and the science of the word. But all of our visitors, especially those of the Congress, they're honorable. Honorable priest or honorable empress and the honorable princess and the honorable prince is honorable, and our honorable visitors and our honorable guests. That's how we talk. So maybe you may just happen to see me more often than others, but this honorable thing ain't a me thing. It's a our thing. You are my honorable, what do you call these people here? Watch honors, the honorable audience. So give thanks, eh? Yeah, man, it is a joy. And what it is it's natural motivation and elevation. Because as the scripture says again, ye are all gods. That alone should tell you, because what is a God? Just meditate. What is a God? God is the creator. God is the sustainer. God is the life giver. God is the Most High, the Almighty and everything. So that is the science there. Ye are all gods. Ye are children of the Most High God. And it even goes on to say, ye shall die like men. That's what the Bible is saying there. But what is a God? Well, I don't deal with the Bible. And hold on. I wish we're having an adult conversation here. I just mentioned Shakespeare a moment ago. You didn't say you don't deal with Shakespeare. And Shakespeare is very, very connected to the King James Version of the Bible. Check Psalms 46. The 46th word from the top is shaken. And the 46th word from the back is spear. Psalms 46, shake and spear. But anyway, let's just stick to the conversation because the concept is correct. Ye are all part of the creative force. And I'll be talking a bit about that in this moment that we have. I'm going to try my best not to be long, although I see I'm already long already here, but it's good. It's a moment. It's a celebration moment. It's the Earth Day moment. So ye are gods. That means you have within you that creative spirit. What else does God do? God is the life giver and the sustainer. You have that in you. God is the creator. These are just names and attributes to the Godhead. God is the, what else? The merciful, the understanding, the omnipotent and the omnipresent. Can you be omnipresent? All of that is in the God vibes. Just your understanding, just the fact that you understand what's happening. You may not know every little thing, but you can just superimpose your mind even on the planet that you are. That is why sometimes in conversation you'll hear me say, somebody's raping our sister right now, and you, what are you talking about? My sister? I don't even have a sister, and all them kind of things. No, I mean, first of all, we have to understand that, brother and sister goes beyond who comes out of your mother's womb. Brother and sister, I mean, we've been ripped away from our people. Those are our brothers and sisters. You understand? People that you don't know, people you pass on the street every day, they're your brother and your sister. You understand? It's not just who you grew up with is your brother and sister. Let me show you something. They have individuals that grew up with maybe their cousins, or maybe not even their cousins, just maybe just a totally different environment. And they have brothers and sisters who may be the same age as them, but they never grew up with them. Some people maybe never met them, they heard about them. Maybe they met them a few times, they visited them a few times, but they never had that connection with them as their brother and sister, although they're their physical brother and sister. Let me get that clear. I see a few people do that there. An individual could have a brother or a sister that they did not grow up with. They know about them. They've heard about them. Maybe they met them a few times. Good. And then now they grew up with someone that's not their brother nor their sister biologically. But because they grew up with them, they are a part of them. They have a more relationship with them. Their love is stronger for them. Their affection for them, the person they grew up with, that's not their brother and sister, will be more than for their real brother and sister from blood. Just because they were not a part of their culture. They were not a part of their upbringing. They were not a part of their rites of passage, like the friend. It could have been their godmother's children that they just happened to grow up with because of circumstance. But the point I'm making is that brother and sister goes beyond mother and father's children. That's the point I'm making. And if you could believe in mother and father's children, you can also hold on to your ethnicity. I'm talking about your African brother and sisters. So in the same way that it would trouble you if you were to hear, and as they use the term, God forbid, if you were to hear someone raping your sister, it should trouble you because someone is raping your sister as we speak right now. Now, I'm not telling you to go and carry all the ills of the world on your shoulder, but I'm just trying to show you what it is to be a God. Because we say God sees everything, Ain't that thing, right? Okay, good. But although you may not be able to see everything, just that little passage I carried you through a moment ago, that's just like opening a sphere, understanding that, hey, we here talking and laughing and drinking and maybe having a good time. But a sister is being molested now. An old lady is being robbed right now. Your granny is being robbed. Your granny is being robbed, but well, yeah, but I don't know her. You don't know her. Just like you don't know your biological brother and sister that you never grew up with. You understand? It's just, you can't live with everybody in the world. But if we're supposed to be humanitarians, you're supposed to have a connection with everybody in the world. So just understanding history, geopolitics, very important. That's why from time to time, pardon me, you see us bring up subject areas where it would address, what is taking place. Those who listen to the Shock of the Hour program, those who are subscribers to the Shock of the Hour program, you know what I'm talking about for sure. We just did a program that was related to the BBC documentary Baby Snatchers or Baby Stealers or whatever it was, which was highlighted in Kenya, where they were speaking about the kidnapping of babies on the street of Nairobi, Kenya. 60,000 children alone, 60,000 children, they say, sleep on the streets of Nairobi, Kenya. And in the market now is looking for children, 3 years and under. And they would prey on these women that are homeless, sleeping on the street. I'm sure many of you have seen the documentary. And they would come and snatch the babies. And so BBC went undercover. BBC went undercover. BBC seems to be a very good spy agency, though. Somebody said something. Okay. Yeah. Remember I remember I made a comment at the time and someone know where if I have any proof when I said some of these news organizations, I never called any name, were once spy agencies that have turned media houses. Bring the proof, which I did bring the proof for that specific person. But anyway, the point I'm making is that that's a reality. It's a reality, whether you like it or not, and try to blame somebody else and all of that. You see, you have to keep the conversation in line. That's why we don't reach far, because you'll be quick to say, well, you see, the reason why this is happening in Africa, I know, but that's not the point right now. Maybe we can deal with that in the next 5 minutes. The point right now is that it is a reality that they have people that can't even fall asleep the moment when they wake up, the baby gone. Hear the woman say on the video, you can't even go to the bathroom and leave a little child. So it's a big business there, and that's just Nairobi, Kenya. That's one city in Kenya. And that's just Kenya. What are you talking about? So what happened to the other places? What happened to Kenya? What was the Tanzania and Uganda? And India and China? I mean, this thing's serious. So I'm just showing you, when you are a God, that's the point, eh? Not the doom and gloom of the world I bring it to you. I'm just showing you, when you are a God, your mind will project at least across the globe to begin with. Let's not even go too far beyond the atmosphere, but at least your mind project across the globe. That's what knowledge is about. That's why you read. You read books. This is a different time. Most people don't read as much as they do. But at least if you're looking at the screen that is damaging the eye, at least for the sacrifice of your eye alone, watch wholesome things like what you're looking at now. Watch things that would edify you and give you knowledge. And to all the gods, maybe this is like a New Year message, to all the gods and goddesses seeking knowledge, understand geopolitics, especially if you want to understand Emperor Haile Selassie, understand geopolitics. So when you watch the videos of the emperor, all the people you see him shaking hand with and he visit this. Who is that? This is, give me somebody. General Tito of yeah, but we come to Kennedy soon. General Tito of Yugoslavia. Go and check out General Tito. Go and read up. You don't want to read? Well, I shouldn't encourage you if you don't want to read. Now, go and read, man. Read. You understand? But when you get tired of doing a little reading, go and watch a proper documentary of General Tito, T-I-T-O of Yugoslavia, and try to see, you know, where the king fitted. You know, who's that other fellow we were watching the other night from China? Mao Zedong. You know, there's a video where the emperor met Mao Zedong and Mao Zedong, General Chairman Mao, like refused to let go of the king hand, shake the king hand for about 10 minutes. One of these days we show the video. He refused, he just smiling and refused to let go of the king hand. So me and the youths, you know, we watch that video from time to time and we, you know, we keep a little vibes and keep a little humor over it. And I would tell them, you see, you know, you know, Chairman Mao is an old warlord, man have battle scars. So the other evening we were watching a documentary on the war between Japan and China and Mao and what the Japanese man, the Hirohito and all of that. So although the emperor was not a part of the documentary, but just understanding the knowledge you already have of the emperor and the world figure he is and where he fit in and everything, just understanding what else was taking place, you fit him in more better understandingly, you know. So in your knowledge, you know, expand your knowledge, man. You know, especially when it comes to history in the geopolitical level. If you want to comprehend the king, the princess mentioned John F. Kennedy, you know, anyone, and see, and it will, you know, boost your comprehension and understanding of the living God, Emperor Haile Selassie I. You know, I had a specific title with this subject. Anyone that's saying, oh, you're not getting to the subject, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't even know why you're still here. Shame on you. Yeah, man, this is teaching moment, celebration moment as well. And we're celebrating an Earthday right now. And I'm very thankful for all those who has, and we put it with the new year as well, because it is a new year. So when people say, you know, Happy New Year, I say, well, thank you very much, you know, and that's how it is, and that's more blessing, you know. I didn't even have to tell them, as I said, the fireworks and everything. So that's really where all this conversation stemmed from. This is not even a part of the script. Honor yourself, see yourself special. You know what I mean? No matter how much people around look like you, see yourself special. Yeah, so we decided to just come and sup, my good brothers and sisters. I want to talk about what you know we came to talk about here. If Haile Selassie is God or if Haile Selassie is Christ. And it's not to be a controversial subject. It's just a genuine question that people ask. And a lot of these subject areas you see we put out there is what people ask. And of course, we can only give our opinion. People comment and give their opinion. Nothing wrong. Some people, some long comments. Yeah, it's all right. At least someone will read it. Other people may even do other things to react to what we say. But these are questions people ask, and they're genuine questions, and we will do our best to give a genuine answer to the question. Wonderful morning. I actually have a meeting to attend to in a moment, but the participants have not arrived. So, and if they do, we will just put a pause as this is a recording and just come again. So, Haile Selassie. And let me say before we go too far too, as you could see, this is just a calm meditation we hold it here this evening. You know, I'm not trying to prove anything as it relates to the divinity of Haile Selassie. Let me just make that clear. You know, if there's an understanding someone wants with that, there are so many videos I think, that we have done, that is just 2 steps away, that you could get anything you want when it comes to understanding Haile Selassie in them videos going down the line. So we're not going to try to prove him biblically as such. We would refer maybe to a few scriptures. I don't even have any slides or anything you could see. You know, there's nothing script up here. No, nothing at all. It's just mentality. In fact, I may utilize 1 or 2 pictures if I need to reinforce a point. So those of us who accept the divinity of Haile Selassie first, amongst us, you have different outlooks of this. And as time moves on, it seems like it is being, modified in many different things. I did a video once, I think it's entitled, I can't remember, but it gets a good amount of attention, it seems like. Haile Selassie and something with Jesus Christ. If Haile Selassie said he was Jesus Christ. I can't remember the exact title, but it was something like that, eh? Or Haile Selassie deny himself God. But really, what it was is that this was a while ago, eh? And certain things you want to say and you don't want to say. That's what's happening here. But I'm going to say it still. So the brother from Sela Media left a comment under there, which I must say it was kind of touching to me. Where in his comment, he clearly said to me like, I must stop misleading people. What I'm doing is not good, and a few other things. Now, why that is touching to me is because this is the first time, as far as I can recall, I ever had an interaction with the brother. And it's a brother, that I would watch and admire. I know, people always do me them kind of weird things, eh? But anyway, it's a brother I would actually watch and admire. Listen to him and I can't remember the other name with the shades. Ramsang Singh, something. No disrespect if I got the name wrong. And Bob, I would watch the meds. It's obvious. Everyone is not a Haile Selassie as such. Rastafari, I listen to their reasoning. They don't really hold it up on that level. And I'm not discrediting them. I'm just telling you. So I guess my reasoning would not have gone down exactly the best with them. What if it's one thing I know I try my best to keep, the history and the reasoning and the common sense in line. So when the brother actually made them comments like, I must stop misleading people, you know what I mean? Just to come at me like that, as if, wow. Very first time, eh? I kind of happy in a sense to see the brother take note of me, but like, wow, I'm misleading people. So let me be clear here, my family. I don't play around with this knowledge at all. This is a very serious thing to me. Very, very, I ain't no joke thing, no laugh thing. Anything that have to do with Haile Selassie first is no joke business to me. Yeah, I may laugh. You know what I mean? We have a good time, sing a song and do a dance. But this ain't no play. I understand? So there's nothing here misleading. If I'm misleading every everybody else in the world is misleading because everybody have their own idea. It's sick, to be honest. You know what I mean? At least say, blessed love, no man. I've been watching your works and admire. I have a little problem with, don't feel no way. That's how brethren approach brethren. I can tell you some things, I don't even want to even go there. I mean, anyway, let me just leave that for sure. I wouldn't even touch that. But at least, man, we can have a little more decor, man. If you have a little problem, just say, oh, those of us as angels and them levels, this is what I say, you are gods. You see, like the reasoning we just went into there is because it's just a free vibes happening here. This is a different session today. It's a celebration session. We just celebrating, that's it. So I'm just having a little moment with you. It's not like, although it's a subject area, but I'm just freely talking. It's not like I'm trying to teach. I'm teaching. But what we just went into there, that sort of culture in there and counseling, I find that them brothers do that marvelously. The brother Sage, he has another name, the Wise Owl, something like that. I think the man is a marvelous teacher. Marvelous. And this is why I say, you know, people have to know their lane. Not that I can't counsel, but I know my lane. I can counsel too. I'm a counselor. But I find that the way that, you know, the brother brings, and even the other brother too, sorry I can't get his name right. No disrespect, brother. But even that other brother, I find that their wisdom is very high. You know what I mean? Their conversation is serene as the background that they choose. I see that media, you know? Yeah. So you have to give them enough respect for at least that not at least with the whole production, everything that come out, ain't nothing that's wrong. I mean, everybody different, eh? Everybody different, you know, but I wouldn't hold nothing against no one. But the fact that they come at me so, I mean, it's like wow, yeah, oh, come on, it ain't not necessary for that. Just say you don't agree, I ain't misleading nobody, yo. Yeah, man, I ain't misleading no one. As you can see, kind of touching. I ain't misleading nobody. Don't, please don't put that on me. Say you disagree. Don't tell me like don't mislead nobody. Because I can start. I can start. Eh? So please, straight up. No disrespect. So what I'm saying now, because I know what I'm gonna say, plenty of people gonna say I'm misleading. That's the point I'm making. I'm genuinely sharing my ideas. Yes, I hope you're all right tonight here. Eh? This is a different edition. This is just a cool out session. Where's my lighter there? Yeah, pass the lighter. Everything blessed. Want something to drink? Holy Manuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. So, yeah, what we say, you know. So the sun now. No, not the sun. So Haile Selassie, the Almighty, not the Almighty. See, this is the thing now, them words. We have to be careful with the words. Because the question is Haile Selassie God or Christ? Not Almighty, no. God, Lord, Christ, Most High. So the Most High is the Almighty? Of course, of course. Okay. Now we did a video once, you know, is Haile Selassie the Almighty? That's a good video to check out. And honestly, anyone that is still here just cooling out, more than likely they would have seen that video. If you haven't seen it, it's Haile Selassie the Almighty. That's a nice video. Some of what I'm going to say now, I'm sure you'll get from that video. But what we did in that video, we highlighted the science of, you know, the heavens, but the cosmos in general. And when I say the cosmos, all existence. So we were saying what or who, where, the Almighty. What is the Almighty? So the Almighty is everything that has life. Anywhere there's life, all time, all space, all existence, all creation is the Almighty. The Almighty can be found in even the smallest of leaf that exists. I mean, you can see the leaf, and there's so many things you cannot see. For where there is life, there dwells the Almighty. So the Almighty is in the cells, is in the protons, is in the neutrons, is in everything. There you find the Almighty. So the Honorable King Emmanuel teaches us that God dwells in all flesh where there is life, which is basically the message. So because of this, ones would find it hard, many ones conceptually, to see that the Almighty now would come and dwell, come as a human being, no matter who it is. Just the fact that this person here, you're saying, well, this man here, whoever you pick, is the Almighty. Someone's find it hard to swallow. It just don't work because the Almighty cannot be. Follow me good, eh? The Almighty cannot be one human being. Not the Almighty. Find the next title, figure it out and come again. We're not saying he's not divine, but you have to fit him in. And they're correct. Let's fit the thing properly. Okay, the Almighty is a big thing. Okay. Let me get it good. All right, hold on. Just hold on. So how would you describe the Almighty? Okay, I just gave a little explanation, but give me a quick description. I would say that the Almighty is the nucleus of intelligence, cosmic intelligence, obviously. In fact, you don't have to add cosmic intelligence that has all things that is in existence. The nucleus of intelligence that has all things that is in existence. It is that nucleus. Nucleus means the center, the middle of. And intelligence means intelligence. That same leaf that I spoke about. There's an intelligence there. They say when you tear away a piece of leaf, there's certain equipment that you could use and still see the electromagnetic energy, the aura as such, the force field as such, that would determine the perimeter and the borders of that leaf. It is like when a person loses their feet. For a while, it feels as if the foot or the feet or the leg, I should say, you lose your leg. It feels as if the leg is still there for a while. It's not just because they're accustomed to it, but the energy of it is still there. And they have literal equipment that can do that, to see that energy. So you take a piece of lettuce and you remove a piece, you still have that energy force around it. Interesting. So I'm saying now that same leaf, you tear the leaf. You may not see it, but the leaf heals itself at the end. As remember, inside of that small little leaf, you have veins and a midrib, and water travels through these veins. In fact, if you pick the leaf from the tree at the stem, the whole process changes, and then the leaf eventually turns brown and hard and crispy. That's a natural intelligence that is in motion, called life, called existence. And there's a nucleus, there's a center point. That is why all of existence shows you that whole science of going around a central point. That's why the moon goes around the earth. That's why the earth goes around the sun. Even the sun itself is moving with the whole solar system. The rings of Saturn around Saturn and its moons, and the moons of Jupiter around Jupiter as well. And the sun again around another central point, and central points around central points. And there's a central point in the galaxy known as the black hole, where everything is going around that, plus the galaxy we're in. Along with other galaxies, there's another central point that they're going around. And don't doubt yourself that is going around another central point. And all of that is going around another central point, because that is what it's all about. That's the science of existence. Because spiral, that spiral nature, that's why we highlighted the spiral in the fairy tale folly days and nursery crimes lecture that we did. The webinar, it's still available, by the way. The spiral, all over the cartoon world, the spiral. It's a feminine symbol, by the way. And that's why the galaxy is in that spiral. That's why the dervish do the spiral dance. And the Dogons spiral creation, symbol of creation. You see. So that is why the all in all, what you call the almighty, that's why you get the all. So all, cover everything now. The almighty. You may say, but the Almighty is the Most High. No, you see, the Most High is the Most High. High above, they have like a stack of things here, like a stack. The Most High is the Lord of hosts, is a host of people, and above all of them is the Most High. Wait, you with me or what? Nobody really above the Most High. Well, the Almighty, but you see, the Almighty is all. Follow me good. The Almighty, that's how you can become God, because the Almighty is in everything. Follow me good. The Almighty is in all things. There's a central nucleus. Whether you can, penetrate it, see it, there's a central nucleus. It's not the black hole in the center of our galaxy. It's not the sun, but it's the center of all things. And the nucleus, that intelligence, that's what runs creation. Intelligence. What runs creation? Intelligence. I'm talking like we're talking to the homeschool children there. But yeah, well, I mean, it's still class. What runs creation? Intelligence, intelligence. Intelligence, man. It's intelligence. When cells duplicate, we call that stuff there, mitosis, mitosis. That's intelligence, and all them cells just come about. Intelligence is at work. Again, when you get a cut and it can heal, that's intelligence. And the moon in its orbit, and just the science of it, intelligence. The rings of Saturn, how thick are the rings? There's like a couple of feet or something. Not a couple, but yeah, it's not no grand miles upon miles. Intelligence with all these rocks, countless of rocks, eh? More rocks than on Green Castle Hill, no, man. Rocks upon rocks upon rocks, just going around in this perfect little pattern. Intelligence, and that's baby stuff to the intelligence that's in creation. So there's a nucleus, man. The understanding of this is deep. That's spread out to everything that's alive. And the rock is alive. The sand is alive. I don't care what they tell you in elementary school. The rock for sure is alive. I know that. You can. There's life there. Mother Earth. No, you say not alive? The earth not alive? The earth not alive? Go and plant a tree in some Coca-Cola and see if it grows. And then tell me if the earth, the dirt, is not alive. Tell your teacher that. Well, don't be, you don't have to tell him like that, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Do it a little calmer. A little gently, you know, try to do it a little diplomatically, because it's just common sense. The same earth, the dirt, not even the earth, but the dirt now, because the dirt is the earth I'm talking about. Living organisms, they tell you rock's not alive with all that mineral, the minerals within it. Yes, So we need to understand what the almighty thing is all about in any language and in any culture. It is voodoo, Yoruba, something else, Shaolin. That's the so-called God, the all in all, the intelligence, deeper than maybe your mind even can even start to go. Yeah. All right. You follow that? All right. Good. Now, it is obvious that in all traditions, there is this concept of the Orisha. This is why some of our, esteemed scholars, I didn't even like my chalice here yet, man. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a different session here tonight, eh? So you gotta just give me a chance here. Everything is blessed. I hope everything is blessed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. We're celebrating a brand new year. Our Earth Strong, new cycle of life. Officially the 2nd of January. We celebrate from the 1st, because when the sun sets, it's a new day. About 10:23 the morning of the new moon. Praise Father, let the earth hear his voice. Praise Father, let the people rejoice. Yes. Let me say also, that brochure that we brandished at the beginning, remember, all you have to do is email me and we send you a copy of the brochure. In fact, yeah, let me done this. I send you a copy of the brochure via your email so you can look at it properly. That is the homeschool brochure. Let me just show it again while we're on that. That is the homeschool brochure there. Definitely for this new cycle. As I say, it's a new year for I think that it is the best thing. You have a child, a young one, you should enroll them. This ain't no joke thing happening here. I mean, we already given you peaks and sneaks of what's going on, and I mean, you can judge for yourself. It's up to you. But if you're serious, I mean, sometimes we hate ourselves so much that it's just like too phenomenal. No, it can't be you, man. You have to be somebody else. That's how it go. Trust me, believe me, I live that. Can't be me. You got to be somebody else. Them kind of David business. You know what I mean? When Jesse brought out, don't worry, I get back to the subject. When Jesse brought out, you just remember where we left off, or right off. When Jesse came out and Samuel said that God sent him to get a son, to get a king from one of his sons. Jesse bring out everybody, about 7 of them. I hate how many I can't remember, but it's a 8 of them. And leave David out there watching goats, sheep. And Yeah, man, everybody parade in front of Samuel and shing, yeah, man. Fire, bam, we can kill the wicked. Kung Fu and the man have our techniques. None of them is what Samuel wants. Samuel said, but Jesse, the Lord tell me no, none of them is the right man. You sure you don't have no more children? That must have been a strange question to ask a man. you sure you have no more children? You sure you don't have a next son, brother? I said, well, yeah, but it can't be he. That's what he said there. Yeah, it can't be him. Can't be him. And even if you can say, well, that's not exactly what the scriptures, well, the fact that he didn't bring him is showing you that the man come and say, hey, I want your sons. God say that one of your sons, you know you have, how many sons Jesse had? How many he really have? If it states what's 8 or 7, you know you have 7 sons. Even if one of them in the crib, you know it's a son. And you bring the 6 that preceded him. That means you think, well, no, it can't be him. That's what you're saying. It can't be him, or else you would have brought him. And it was him. David, you know. So we have that kind of mentality. No, man, it can't be him. If it was, you know what I mean? If it was, yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting anybody's name, But if some of the dead could come back to life, if Dr. Ben could come back to life, oh yeah, they would have run and say, yeah. But when he was here, it was problems. That's how we move as a people. A mentality we definitely need to, move far from. But anyway, the point is, you want a copy of the brochure, we would definitely just email it to you, and you get the same information there that you would be seeing. So the lights are gone. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. So we were saying now that in all traditions, what you would see is, I like my thing here, man. Just give me a chance. We're having a grand new time, man. A grand old time. Grand new time, Holy Emmanuel, Haile Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, thanks and praises. Yes, what a happy time, my Lord, when we all reach over on the golden shore, nevermore to roam in a Babylon, in Ethiopia land, I know, when we bells ring, ringing on the ancient shore. What a happy time, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Royal celebration in the house of Israel. Give thanks to the Christ on 7th of January. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. That's a unique blessing there for this challenge. Oh yeah, good times. After celebration. I'm recording this early in the morning, really, 9:07. 7:09, man. First day of the 2021, Thanks to the Earthday celebration. Many people will be seeing this when we deep in the Earthday. Many people will be seeing this on the Sabbath evening when we have on our Sabbath whites. When we will be seeing this at 10:23 Eastern Caribbean time tomorrow morning, Sabbath service. Yeah, man, we'll be at Sabbath service. We hope that we'll bring some of that Sabbath service to you as well. Yeah, man, 10:23, I might record 10:23 for my family. Yeah, my family in the house here, man. So yeah, this is what it is. In all these ancient traditions, you see the different levels of the gods. I'm just going to use the term gods. Let's go through this swiftly now, guys. We're going to see this up. The gods. Who are the gods? What are you talking about? So in the Orisha, you have who the top Orisha is? Obatala.
Obatala, Shango.
Shango.
Yamaya.
Yeah, but the head one, you know, Omali.
Olodumare.
Olodumare. Yeah, man. I tell you, Olodumare. That's the chief man. But then you have Obatala, Shango. Give me the next one there.
Yamaya.
Yamaya. Oshun. The whole. Oh yeah. Okay, that's enough. So you have the whole Orisha. That's levels. You understand? Then, if you go somewhere else, Kemet. You have the Ra and the Aman Ra, and you have a list. You just name it, man. Kepra, Canoe. You can go on and on. Heru and whoever. Heteru. You have a list of deities or what we call the Neter or Neteru. Yeah. Then you go somewhere else. You have an extradition there. Unkulunkulu and what was his people there? Wherever you go in the Mayan tradition, give me some Mayan people there. Quetzalcoatl. Who?
Quetzalcoatl, the Earth Mother.
The Earth Mother, Quetzalcoatl. Knock me one more.
Huitzilopochtli.
Yeah, and he too. So the point is now, you have levels and Christianity, Michael, Gabriel, all of that in it too. Jesus, God, and yeah. Okay, all right. The point I'm making is that it's obvious that in all understandings of theology, even the oldest ones, the Almighty, this is somewhat, we are assuming this now, if you want to say, this is our, we are analyzing it on this level, not assuming. This is our analyzation of the, that's the right word, analyzation of the sea. We would say that the Egyptian gods are not gods. Some people say they're not real, they're personalities. They are principles, not personalities, principles. They're principles. Okay, good stuff. Okay. And we express it in art form as, you know, the man with the hawk head, the green man, because we understand the science we are expressing, whatever it is. Right, fair enough. All right, good. So we have these different levels of the Most High, or not the Most High, but the Almighty. The Almighty. So the Almighty in all of these characters here. The Almighty in everybody there. The Almighty in Ashun. The Almighty in Ogun. They already mentioned Ogun. Ogun is the money. Yeah, man, Ogun in the house, yeah. But anyway. The Almighty is in who else we just talked about? All of them. The Almighty is in everyone. That's the point. The Almighty is in everyone. But amongst them, everyone there, you usually have a Most High. So that is why people would say that amongst the Egyptian gods, at one time you hear them say in the Old Kingdom, Ra was the head god. You hear that all the time. Then they say, well, in this kingdom here, Osiris became the head god. And then this other time here, in between, they were running with Ptah as the head god. Come on, yeah. So the head god, if you're the gods and there's a head god, the head god is the Most High. Amongst the head god is the Lord of hosts. So in the same Mayan tradition, so Quetzalcoatl may be considered the Most High amongst all the others, the Huracan and the Shaite Kotle and all the others. But there's a chief amongst them. That's the host. That's the heavenly host. That's the heavenly host. The Neteru, the Kemetic gods, is the heavenly host. And if Ra is the chief god, he is the Lord of hosts. And he is the Most High. The 110th Psalm says, and the Lord said unto my Lord, is right there. And the translation would be Yahweh. I mean, I know many ones have the different, you know, Yahweh, Jehovah, Yahuwah, whatever, but you know where we are here. So let's not, even if I just said Jehovah, the Lord said unto my Lord is Yahweh, said unto Adonai, sit thou at my right hand. So them is levels of the host. In fact, you could even see one is capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D. And the other one is capital L, common O, common R, common D. And when he's talking about my Lord like a human being, even when they say unto David, my Lord is common Lord. So it's ranks. Don't run from it. It's just the fact. It's ranks. We kind of on a different plane here now. You know? Yo, the Almighty plane is a big plane. Eh? Don't be playing around with the Almighty. This is Almighty thing and just trying to shove your own belief into the Almighty. The all in all. I think anyone with common sense would understand that. Our Black Christ King Emmanuel teach us this, that the Almighty dwell in everything. That there is life, 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 life. That's why God is in you. All the food you eat have life, water have life. So this God thing, as they call it, as we bring it down to such mediocre words. So even the essence, the savor is lost in what it really is. Life, man. That's why some people don't even want to kill mosquito. Me, I kill the mosquito. You see what I mean? I understand what's going on. Eh? Yeah, different levels here, man. Let's not get fanatical here now. You know, it's understanding, man. Even in the God realms, there's chaos. Yeah, God realm chaos, lion kill gazelle and yeah. So some people, when we were doing the fish video, some people saying vegetables is life too. I mean, that's the show. I no disrespect to no one. Yeah, the vegetable ain't running from us though. I mean, it's just different levels. The water is life too. You know, it's totally different. You ain't got no canine teeth, yo. That's the point. But the meditation is that the Almighty dwell in our life. The Almighty dwell in all life. That's why you see some gods represent the river. You know, some gods represents the mountains. You see, then you got an next god representing volcano and fire and stars. You know, sky. They have a sky god. Is the sky god we get trapped with. You know, that's why we pray and look up. It's the sky god we get trapped. Yeah, man, you have a sky god. You have a water god. We never go to the water and pray to no god. They have cultures that go to the water and pray to the god. We look up. When I say we, from where we coming from, you know what I'm talking about. Most of us anyway. We pray and look up because we were left with the sky god. No, that's what it is. Sky god. They could have given us the tree god. You don't even know what's going on. You think this is a joke, eh? You just think God naturally in the sky. No, the sky god in the sky. Yeah, check it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Holy Emmanuel, Haile Selassie, Rastafari. So the point is, in reality, there is levels. We talk about ancestors, the Orisha. I think the Orisha to me is a more cozy kind of concept to deal with the science here. You know what I mean? The spirit there. Yeah, they're levels and they do exist. And there is a lot of hosts over them. There is a most high. You see it. Now, again, the almighty science, like Bobo Shanti will tell you, God come in three: prophet, priest, and king. Now, of course, you know, some people wrestle with that. No, man, and fight it, and can't happen. And God can't. It's one God. Man, we tell you it's one God. The same man that be telling one God, you know, I hear them saying it's Haile Selassie and Empress Menen now. Two people there, man. I thought it was one God, but it's okay. That's you correct. It's Haile Selassie and Empress Menen. Bobo Shanti said that too. In fact, Bobo have more people in the whole thing, you know. Jesus Christ of all. Idi Amin is a whole heap of thing going on. You know? It's just you man never really sitting and get the whole scope of what I Bobo Shanti really promote. You understand? So obviously, from our perspective, the God zone is not zoned into just a flesh. It's a cosmic thing. You check it. Yeah. Haile Selassie is the Most High. I'm telling you. Haile Selassie the first, that specific individual. So in other words, in the universal sense, there is no other being, nothing, whether you can see it or cannot see it, in my book, that is higher than Emperor Haile Selassie the first. Okay. Now, remember, as I said, the Almighty dwell in all things. And this might sound mystic to you, but all things dwell in the Almighty, and all things dwell in all things. Everything is connected with everything. They're just different realms of the source of power. And you can tap in to the deepest source of power. You can tap into the almighty well of power and drink of that. Because the all in all, the source, the life source, I don't explain this and carry as deep as the mind can go, at least for now. The nucleus, if you want to use your galaxy as an example, think of the black hole in the center of the galaxy, the network, that power, that factory of life that brings out life, that nourishes everything in the galaxy. That's why we use the sun as a symbol of the Almighty, or a symbol of God, because the sun from this angle is similar to the black hole of the galaxy, because it's at the center and the planets go around it and it nourishes us all. And the flowers grow because of the sun, and the grass grow because of the sun. And you hear my voice goes across the wind, and even the sun, even the machine we use today, the sun, nothing moving without the sun. So we used it as the symbol of God. And that is why, hear me good, that is why the Christ figure is called the sun. Hear me good, please don't lose me now. I bringing it home. So who is the sun now? That's the point. And this is just a few slides. This is from the slide presentation we used when we were on the House of Consciousness, Brother Sarnetta television. And the sun itself, as I just explained. Remember the science of the sun, something we have touched upon several times. The science of the sun is what we utilized in the ancient times. The science of the sun, the rotation of the sun, the equator, which is once every 26 days, the equator electromagnetic field line, and the polar electromagnetic field line, where the equator magnetic field line runs into the polar electromagnetic field line, once every 87.5 days, which creates what we know as sunspots, magnetic fields. You know what I mean? They're obviously busting through from under the surface of the sun, the sunspots. Now, what we are saying, that the science of the feathered snake, and if you're hearing this for the first time, I'm sorry we sound like we're running through it, but it's almost like a staple conversation, But there are many documentaries. We have just the documentary seven, I think, more than any other production that we've ever done. And even the Night of the Black Tiger, but 7 more than any other production we've ever done. We have a documentary entitled 7. You could definitely get a copy of that. We have a special offer still on where you get all 3 of our documentaries, which is 7, The Divinity of the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, The Night of the Black Tiger, The Divinity of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and the Master of Ceremonies, the flagship itself, the Divinity of Emperor Haile Selassie I. These 3 documentaries we have on a special. I could show you the poster, but that just kind of came in there. I'm not in the mood to run for that. But to show you, because it's important that you could sit down and get a better understanding. We're just kind of running through it here of what the science of the feathered snake is about. The documentary 7 will do that. So of course, you know how to contact us. Email us, priestisaac27@gmail.com for any more information. But the feathered snake science now, the Quetzalcoatl, as the Honorable Princess mentioned earlier, the snake with the feathers, the snake with wings. This is an ancient concept that you see in the Buddhist tradition, ancient tradition, Kemet tradition as well. The sun with the snake and all of these things. The snake with the wings, very important, because it represents now the presence of God. Now, this is the 11-year sunspot cycle when seen on a computer graph. As you know, it resembles the snake with wings. There you go, the snake with the feathers. These are genuine copies of the feathered snake seen in specific temples. And you could see how similar it looks to the 11-year sunspot cycle. Now, let me explain this quickly, just so we can comprehend. Those of the ancient world, right? So this is before we had what you would call these sort of equipments or equipment. Those of the ancient world said that the feathered snake, in fact, let me move this, because this is not what they were dealing with. This is what they were dealing with, for those who are seeing the video version of this. Those of the ancient world said that this figure here, if you look good here, for those who've seen the video, there's a man face inside here, that's a human being inside of a snake with feathers wrapping around, and he coming out his mouth. So their thing is that this snake with wings is a person. It's not a snake with no wings. It's a human being. That was the understanding. Please follow me. Please, 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 please follow me. Their understanding was the snake with wings is a person, a human being, Quetzalcoatl. Now, it's obvious that they had an understanding of the science of the sun. Because again, when you look at the science of the sun today now, remember, hundreds of years the man saying so, thousands of years you hearing this in Kemet, all sorts of people saying so, even biblically. That's why Christ said, just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so I, Christ, see the figure Christ, and Moses, them is key figure, so I shall be lifted up. He considered himself in that serpent realm. He shall be lifted up like the serpent. Christ says so. All right. So the man's now highlighted that yes, the sun is, the cycle of the sun is the feathered snake.
and the feathered snake is a human being. That's how he become the son of God. So they're trying to show you that the mechanics of the sun is in flesh. As Baba Shanti, we have a thing where we say, lightning walked the earth as a living man. Sounds pretty. But when I'm gathering all this together, I could see the science. Like sunlight, the science of the sun walked the earth as a living man. You get that? Like Baba Shanti, follow it, good man. You know it. Lightning walked the earth as a living man. So just meditate that. Sunlight, the science of the sun energy, not just the light, but the energy of the sun, walk the earth like a living man. Yeah, that is what the Mayans saw and all the other nations, but I'm just utilizing them. So I'm showing you now, when we look at the sun, this is very important. When we look at the sun cycle on a computer graph today, was no computer graph yesterday, but there's a computer graph today, and it mystically looks like the feathered snake sunspot, same cycle of yesterday, to the point that it has a specific thing known as the loop. Man, this is deep, eh? Deep, 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 deep. But then you can't be surprised, because it's the same man from the Yucatan that took the mask of Lord Packer. And of course, you know what they did. You could get a copy of the mask, a transparent, a mirror transparent copy of that Olmec mask of Lord Packer, a mirror transparent copy, and align the picture, the opaque picture, with the transparent picture, and the same feather with the snake with the feather appears. You know, the feathered snake. So this individual, Lord Packer, was considered by the Olmec people as a feathered snake. So in other words, as a human being, he was considered to be the living cycle of the sun, the S-U-N sun. So he was an S-O-N son. I wonder if they're following what I said here. He was an S-O-N son. And at the same time now, this same Lord Packer, as we already showed, you see the feathered snake with wings. So he is the sunspot cycle, the 11-year sunspot cycle. Let's see some deep understanding. He's seen as a bat. That is why he's seen as these three figures as well: Tutankhamun, the Buddha, and himself. So the Buddha and Tutankhamun are both feathered snakes as well. Yes, both feathered snake. We know that for sure with Tutankhamun, because Tutankhamun, see him here and here, Tutankhamun is the only king that wears the bird and the snake. Tutankhamun, the feathered snake. I did mention there is a statue I saw once, I think it's Tutmos I saw with it. And I know the feathered snake does represent, the bird and the snake represents Upper Lower Egypt, etc. But if you look good, although there are many kings that were ruling the Upper and Lower Egypt unification, and they never portrayed the snake and the bird. It is Tutankhamun, and there's some key connections. Everybody knows that his tomb was the most illustrious of tombs that was discovered, and the sun rays and everything that's connected with the science of the sun and the cycle of the sun and all the chain and amulets and everything that was found with him. You know, remember him and Lord Packer came to the throne at the same time at the age of 9. You know, so there's a similar science. His wet nurse, that's Tutankhamun's name was Maya, and the wet nurse and the man that built his necropolis where his tomb was and all the treasures were buried, his name was Maya too, M-A-Y-A, Maya. And remember the Buddha's mother, the same person in the mask with them, her name is Maya. And the man in the mask, or the man that run the mask, is the king of the Maya, the king of the Mayan people. That's Lord Packer. This is deep stuff, eh? So that's Lord Packer, that's the Buddha, and that's Tutankhamun. That's what it is. That's what it is. Tutankhamun is about 2,000 years away from Lord Packer. You know what I mean? The cycle of the age, every new age, you know, the same story comes again. This is deep. So all of these people here are the science of the cycle of the sun. And that is why I said, if you check the documentary 7, Why am I talking so fast? The divinity of the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, you'll get a better understanding. I know why I'm talking fast. Because like I'm trying to fit in all that understanding, you'll get there here. But that can't happen. So you should check out 7 and get it deep. And I know some of you have seen 7 already. You understand? So this is the mask upside down too, for those checking on the video, and I'm sure my subscribers as well, they for sure would know what we're talking about if they're not checking the video. But because I'll be sending the subscribers an audio of our Earthday presentation message, New Year message here. It's a message really, we just somehow gone to the slides. Slides then so wasn't a part of the planet, as you could have seen, but it's just the energy, just holding the meds with our family who we love and who we appreciate love very much. Oh yes, I have a special gift for Brother Aaron Moses. Is Moses Aaron? Is Aaron Moses? I think Moses Aaron. Brother Aaron Moses. I think it's Aaron Moses. Yeah, he's one of the key contributors when it comes to commenting in the comments. And not only that, you know, I give him a lot of respect. He's not only always there, but nobody can come in the comment room and chat no foul thing, you know, especially no lies. Brother Aaron Moses, always on them. He's a brother, I think he's in Africa. And what's interesting, the brother don't always agree with me. No, but he's always respectful, and anybody try to disrespect me. But Aaron Moses just jump on them and clear them up. So, enough respect to Brother Aaron Moses. I know he's not a subscriber to the Shock of the Hour. So I'll be giving Brother Aaron Moses a full year subscription to the Shock of the Hour radio program. You understand? Many people may not understand, but the brother, I can't recall ever really having a conversation with him. But the brother man the comment room. I mean, a lot of ones just be the comment there, but the man it and just clean it up as if he's a moderator of mine. You can't come and chat no foolish things, and it's just a matter of time. Brother Aaron Moses, and I remember, I know what I'm saying. You could see sometimes he take time out to sit down and go through everything. Like, yeah, I'm going to take an hour today and go to precise comments and see who tried to chat any stupidness. That's the impression I get, eh? And you just see Brother Aaron Moses just cleaning them up. Okay, bam, nothing does so. Now watch the video again, brother. You're mistaken. And he comes down, and he comes down, and he comes down. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. You know what I mean? This is a battlefield. One must have one's back. Eh? Not that I care what anybody say about me. Okay? I can defend myself. You know? Especially if a person disagree with the information, that's just up to them. You know, but when you know you have soldiers there watching out for you, you know what I mean, and just watching out for you, and I see the brethren watching out for I on them levels. I think he's even I think he even believes in the flat earth. If I'm wrong, forgive me, brother, but I think he's a flat, no, I wouldn't say a flat earther, but I think he follows the concept of the flat earth. You know what I mean? Not that I'm the enemy of flat earth. I just don't believe that. And I know why, and I have my strong points, my very strong points, the strongest points, and I just hold to them until somebody can prove them points they're wrong. Circumpolar constellation. If you could prove that one wrong, I don't care who you bring. I hear people keep Brother Sanchez, and man, you can pull whoever, Brother Sanchez, Barrington Levy, anybody, brother. If you can prove, no disrespect, sorry. I hope I didn't disrespect the brother. No disrespect to the Brother Sanchez. Oh my. Sometimes it's just a little human, the jovialness in me, but it's just joy. So no disrespect at all, at all, at all, at all. But if you can explain to me how circumpolar stars exist in the flat world dome, you have to invent something else. Trust me, that cannot work. And those who have seen the videos we have done and that, man, I see people kicking up still. That's how I know, you know. people just follow what they want to believe. Because I would put several topics I have that I put on the table years ago up to now. Biblical land of Israel is one of them, and to me that's a baby subject, baby subject, and people make big things about that, and just, you know, it's like a tiger. Up to now, people still, you saw me on the House of Consciousness, and I ended with that biblical land of Israel. People still go on that same platform that I know watch that video and talking some kind of mix-up talking. So the thing is now, we make a lot of noise, but when we get close to precise, tiptoe around him like he's a sleeping tiger. Then when we reach a good distance, we start make noise again. Yeah, have certain subject areas, man, put on the table. Nobody can touch that. I mean, just the fact, nobody can touch it because it's right and precise, you know. So we can hold our own, but so give thanks to Brother Aaron Moses, yeah. That's so from now until 2022, as they call it. Yeah, because Baba Shanti in 2021, long time ago. I know the Ethiopian calendar. It is in Ethiopia.
It's 2013.
2013 also, eh? Yeah. So the three figures that appear now when the mask is turned upside down this is Marcus Garvey, the Honorable King Emmanuel, and Emperor Haile Selassie I. I hope you understand the transition. If you agree or if you disagree, well, I mean, I'm not trying to convince you at all. That's not the mission here at all. I'm just showing you. In fact, let me just put it that way. This is reality now. You may consider that my opinion. I ain't gonna beat down nothing. It's all right. I fair enough. But I think it's obvious. I don't think nobody can deny for sure the science of the feathered snake, which is really the main point I'm trying to get at. The science of the feathered snake is obvious. The science of the sun and its cycle from ancient time is not the man's alone. Ra is the sun, isn't it? Right. From ancient time, I'm showing you that we have carvings of this snake with wings and drawings, and some of them even align. There's one that perfectly aligns with a specific 11-year sunspot cycle. That is, you know what I mean? Let me just use a little street slang, brother. That is mad. Eh? when you see that snake it's one of the main ones too, and a specific sunspot cycle of a specific year. I can't remember the year, and I haven't been able to find them again. You know what I mean? Authentic, man. And when you put the snake with that year's that period sunspot cycle, oh man, every little thing, the feathers, everything, perfect. And you want us to leave them science there for belief? Impossible. This is why I know. So I'm using that reality that nobody can deny to show you now. These are the people that did it, the mans. And there's an individual that they say is a feathered snake. And they show you a high science where they even take his mask and do a vibes. These are bits and pieces of jade bead, put it together and flip the script and still show you the man is a feathered snake again. That's deep. You can do that? To allow the people. That's deep. Deep. Don't play around. Anybody doing them things is high vibes. Human beings. I rock it with them. I don't care what you say. I rock it with them. Because what they're showing me now is that these three figures here, this is what I'm getting from them, that these three figures here, the man with the mask, that's him here, Lord Packle, that's every archaeologist will agree that the Buddha, the squatted Buddha, and Tutankhamun. They may not agree to Tutankhamun, but from my research, that's Tutankhamun there. Plus, the feather snake is Tutankhamun. Plus, he and Lord Packle came to the throne at the age of 9. Plus, Buddha him and Lord Pakal all have Maya. Buddha mother, his wet nurse, the necropolis man that built his thing, and Boo and the man is the king of the Mayan. All three of them is Maya, age of 9 and all of that. Pakal and Buddha lived for 80 years and kind of vibes there. It's a oneness, and Buddha is the nigger. The nigger is the snakes. You know that. The nigger people, the snake people. So it's all one thing. They're all connected. And they're all Christ figures. Hear this now. They're all feathered snakes. The sun, look, the snake in the sun here. If it's one thing, Akhenaten, throw away all the gods, isn't it? Let me show you the Akhenaten one. Akhenaten, the great. Give thanks for him, man. So he threw away all the gods, everybody down the drain. And left one. He didn't even leave one, because this is not Ra. This is Aten. Ra look different. Ra don't have all them arms here. And the snake for Ra is on the side. So this is Aten. But the point is, he still live with the sun. The sun is the God. He throw away everything. He throw away the bird, throw away the green man, throw away the ox, throw away the lion, the beetle, and he lives with the sun. The sun, even water, and so he throw away the sun. Throw away. Eh? And do you understand the dialect? It's throw away. Throw away. It's a throw away. But you listen to Mota Baruka, don't you? Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. If you can listen to Mota, you definitely can understand me. So, celebration, man, just keeping the joy. So this is, the sun is the key. And I'm showing you from the science we just went through, unless you have something that can top that, you got to check for the sun. And we of the ancient times, we already calculated. This is why we have recorded it to help us along the way. That's why I am saying that you're dealing with, when you take the mask showing the figure of Pakal, Buddha, and Tutankhamun, and you turn it upside down, you have the mighty prophet, Marcus Garvey, and you have King Emmanuel, and you have Haile Selassie. Now, as I said, you may consider that an opinion. Check the documentary 7. I'm not here to try to convince you of all of that right now. No, but what I'm saying now, in the counseling level again, is that what I just expressed is, I would say, an ancient understanding of what this is all about. Not a religious understanding. Now, first of all, the term Christ. Some people would say that it is just the Greek form of maybe Messiah. Interestingly, the Quran refers to the person you may want to call Jesus as the Messiah. Yahushua, as the Messiah, was Messiah in Hebrew, Mashiach, as the Messiah. I'm not sure, but let me not play with it. It actually says, they refer to him as Isa ibn Maryam al-Masih. That is Yahshua, son of Mary, the Messiah. The Quran says so. Now, most Muslims will tell you that he's not Christ. And to be honest, I think some will even say he's not the Messiah. I'm not trying to change one's philosophy, but that's what the book said to me. So yeah, I say this. All right. So usually you see the Christ and the Messiah thing kind of used for the same thing in different realms. Now the term Christ and its Greek form, you don't know Greek has a connection with Kemet to it. And the Orthodox churches and the Greek Orthodox and the Coptic and the mixing and the demonic and the all of that coming down the line, the scripts, the heretic scripts and so on. Of course, you know the Greeks, Alexander, and from the time of the Ptolemy. So if you have a good understanding of the history, you can see the blend. Because Christ is a Kemetic word. The Charis, we highlight that already. QRS, the Charis, representing the the resurrected one, the same Amsu, the Sahu is the same Karis. So Sahu, which is Orion, the constellation of Orion. Some people would use Sahu as the cat as well, or the mummy, but the mummy is the resurrected one in the story. That's really what it is. It doesn't really go for all, from my perspective, the mummy is. But anyway, but Sahu is the name of Orion, which is the Karis, the Amsu, the resurrected one, the KRS or the QRS. And that's why QR and S in the alphabet, QRS is after, that's how it is. QRST, 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 yeah. The Christ, the Christ, the Christ. You can see it there, the QRST. UV, and UV is the rays of the sun. That's the alphabet there. You on the bet? QRST, UV. So that's where the word Christ really comes from. So in that realm, follow me good, in that realm, I would use the word Christ in that realms of understanding. Not in its Greek realms, not because it linked to Jesus Christ and, oh, I don't like Christ, I like Messiah. I understand and I feel you, I'm not fighting it, but just comprehend me for conversation's sake, that in the realm that we are sure that the word and the concept comes from a Kemetic root, charis, the resurrected one. You see the power? Yeah, so I will use it in that sense. Now, the charis or the Christ is obviously also coupled with the Son of God. So we come from a culture where we automatically say that the Christ is the Son of God. Okay. Fair enough. But what is the Son of God? Now, the Son of God, S-O-N, is the Son of God, S-U-N. The scripture clearly says that I shall send them saviors. That is without a doubt. So, and I think most of us have come across these scriptures. So with that understanding, Tutankhamun is a son of God. What do you mean though? I'm talking about S-U-N. I just showed you the science. Can you? That's why I asked first if you can do anything like that. So how you can deny Tutankhamun? How you could deny Lord Packer when they clearly showed you the science of the sun? Are you a sun scientist? Do you understand the mechanism of the sun? And they showed you that in primitive form, rocks and carvings, and aligned it with futuristic science and cycles of the sun. Do you understand the loop where you have, I think it's 9 every ninth bit, which is 87.5 days when the polar region is bombarded by the electromagnetic field line of the equator. 9 of those bits. On the 9th one, there's a specific loop, and even the loop, you can see the loop in the graph and you see the loop in the snake. That's why I ask if you can do anything like that. That's done hundreds of years ago. They done carved that out clear with wings and feathers sticking up to represent the science of the graph. Clear, 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 clear. You can't come close to that. So them is the Son of God. You can't say nothing to that. Lord Packer is the Son of God. Tutankhamun is the Son of God. Clear. Feathered snake. The sun, S-U-N. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? Baby in the manger. I talking about the science of the solar orb, which we have seen from day one as the symbol of the creator. Although it's not the center of the galaxy. That's why we went through all them talking before. So we can furnish the mind. It's the center of our solar system. We're just dealing with the corner of the universe that we have. So we're just working here. That's the sun. When the sun come up in the morning, we get light. And when it set in the evening, it get dark. That's our God there. That's kindergarten level, if you want it on the caveman style. But we done bust that down, as Marcus Garvey say, minute and regular calculus, while they still saying, ooga booga, like that fire, the sun going away. Yeah. But we done passed that. Insects in the night, darkness coming. Yeah, man, that is poetry. The science we dealing with, sunspot cycle, snakes with wings, deep sea, man, deep. I believe in that. You believe what you believe in. That's what I believe in. And you can say what you want there and call any scripture and verse. There is deep, 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 deep science. And the mass showing you three beings that I'm telling you who you can see who they are. And you flip the mass around. Haile Selassie, King Emmanuel, and Marcus Garvey. And not just talking, we can explain how that come to. But again, the documentary 7, you gotta check that. We ain't going into all of that because that's not what we're here for. So all those people that are SUN are also SON. It is a Christianity concept, really, from my perspective, that labels Christ as just one person throughout the ages. Because the science now of the Christ, really, the science of Christ, is not that God, as we would call God, had a baby boy with Mary. That's not what it is. The Christ science is that this human being is God in a human form. That's the science, that's the theology of Christ. That God leave his throne, and I'm using the word God on a very linear level. God leave his throne in heaven and come as a person. This person that God come as, that have a birthday and a time and a place and a language and an ethnicity, this human being here is considered the Son of God. That's what it is. Even if God himself get up, because we say God sent his son. Now God sent his only begotten son. That's how we go. That's heavy church talk, man. Well, I mean, the science is real there, you know, but I mean, if you go see just like that, this like, yeah. And the reason why it's called that is because, again, it's considered like a unique event that God actually leave his throne, you know. He's not he send nobody, he actually leave his throne. He come, and he sent himself in a sense. He sent and come. That's why we say as Baba Shan, he sent and come himself. Yeah. Deep vibes. So Haile Selassie is Christ. Maybe. Yeah. But Haile Selassie bigger than Christ, eh? But he is Christ. But man, them say King Emmanuel is Christ too. So you have a problem there. Yeah. Moses is a Christ too, you know. You never know that. Moses is God. You see, a lot of things miss us. No, I'm not going to try to put Christ on every person that impressed me. Because the Christ thing is a deep thing. But Tutankhamun is a Christ. Akhenaten is a Christ figure. I won't go too far with that. Because it's not a joke title, like I'm just playing with it. Eh? Tutankhamun, Pakal, and the Gautama, the Nigger Junas and the Shanti Divas. Well, for sure, the Gautama. Christ figure. I pull back the others because it's a deep cycle, it's a deep science, it's an understanding, it's not a plaything like I play with it.
But who I call there, I'm sure they're feathered snakes. And they're more too. Because now that's where the heavens declare coming down. Every age, you know, man. That's the thing. Every age, the science plays over itself. So there is a John the Baptist in every age. It's not just John the Baptist. Wow, that's deep, eh? There is a John the Baptist in every age. That's the princess using the tablet there so the light shine on me when it say there's a John the Baptist in every age. But anyway, I'm not declaring I'm no John the Baptist. In fact, anyway. There's a John the Baptist in every age. There's an Ampu. There's an Osar. There's these Isis and Nephti. They replay themselves. This is why when we say the hieroglyphs they're not real, they're not literal. I agree they're not literal, but they become literal. They're not literal in the story, but they become literal. So that is why Christ could say, you know, look at what Jonah did when Jonah went into the belly of the beast, the belly of the fish. So I, the Lord, shall, so I, and then he calls it of the Lord. So I shall be in the belly of the beast for 3 days and 3 nights, just like Jonah, you know, that whole belly and deluge, just like Noah. It's a deep science. It has a lot with creation. Deluge is very important. Going through the Red Sea. It's a lot of science. What it is, that's why when they ask the Christ, I mean, well, this is right, real vibes. Answer this for me. Tell the king he can come upstairs. As I said, I was supposed to have a meeting there. So yeah. Yeah, let's tell him come upstairs. Security unlock the fortress there. That's my yeah. So where was I? Yeah. And you can open the I'm gonna seal up with you now. What was I saying there? Nice Herbie. We're gonna get some more herb too. What's he saying there?
He stays on his way.
On his way. Okay, no problem. Rastafari. All right. Yeah, man. So what was I saying in the Orion constellation, something like that? So yeah, man. So the Christ figure, man. So the hero and yeah. So the principles now, the Ma'at and so, yeah, they're not real, but they're real. They become flesh. I think we made that clear with Osiris. Haile Selassie is the Asar. We made that clear. And honestly, it doesn't limit, you know, people upset with that. It doesn't limit Asar to just Haile Selassie. No, that's in the age and the time that he gave. But I'm sure there have been other people that would have fit the same science. That's why you see the 72 amongst other people. You should check the documentary 70. You see the 72 in the cycle of the sun. You see 72 in nature. You see 72 in the organs of the body. You see the 72 continually coming again. So there's so many different things. So I'm showing you that as the Orisha, the gods and all of these things, they're us. You just got to know who you are. What did I say at the beginning? Millions in the sky. It's millions, you say? Millions in the sky, but everyone's a star. If I remember the name of the exact song, I'm going to drop it now. What song that is? But anyway, yeah. Millions in the sky, but everyone's a star. All song name stars. So it's the same science again. Again, the gods, the neter, they come as flesh, they come as human beings, you know. They come and sit amongst us. Some of them is us. In fact, we're all connected again. Remember again that we are all connected to the source. So there's a source. There's a nucleus of intelligence that runs everything that exists. Wherever, as far as your mind can go, there's a nucleus of intelligence that runs that. The invisible, the visible, the parallel worlds, the different dimensions. There you go.
that's deeper than cells and protons and neutrons and quarks and leptons. I mean, when you gone into parallel worlds and antimatter and photon of light, and again, you gone into different dimensions. Eh? And there is a nucleus that has all of this. Not what you see or what can be seen, but even that which cannot be seen. We don't even gone into the spirit realms yet. There is a force, there is an energy that have all of that back down. You hear that? Do not disconnect yourself from that energy. That's the biggest energy around it. That's all. That's the God you talk about it. The Almighty, the all in all, in all. The Allah, the all in all, the everything. Try picture it. Not as far as the eye can see. Anything you can nearly imagine. How many dimensions they have? I hear think they say 11. How you know that? What you know about it? What are you talking about? They surely have parallel worlds. They have parallel worlds. Etheric existence and astral worlds, they are there. Cosmic dimensions underneath and above, they exist that you can't see. Man, what you can see is too much for you alone. Just out there, there's so much beyond that can be seen if you could reach that far, and you can't even go too much high up there. Eh? All of these things are there, and there's a force that controls that. I don't care how much of an atheist you are. You can't tell me that you don't believe that there is a as we call it, a higher force. This is gone beyond higher force, man. This is the seed, nucleus of all intelligence that governs every motion and anything. Yeah, every little thing, even if it's a thread that you use to weave something, just know it comes from the intelligence of all things, the nucleus of life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And we, the so-called intelligent animal, with that connection, because again, that is in everything, including you, and in every part of you. That's it to it, because you're not just you, and you're made up of cells that even have their own mind, it seems like. Yeah, you can do that and brush off cells. So that's in every part of you. And in everything that's alive, everything with life, because life is one thing, life is God. Life is God. So it's not my life and your life. And live your life. No, it's life. That's why we should be one. That's why religion and so exists. And people say, well, sooner or later, God will kill all you and those who are doing the right to stay. You know why? Because life is not your life, it's life. We are all sharing life. We are all in the land of the living. We're all a part of life right now. So we give thanks. Everything we use alive, we are like feeling as alive. We're life. We're in life now. One life. If you drop out of life, well, you're just gonna left life. Maybe you're somewhere else partaking of life in the next level. I can't give no details right now. But we're all one life. That's why we're supposed to live in love, because love and life is the same thing. Thanks, Brother Van Benjamin. So when you come in that understanding there, man, so hear this. You are connected. You have a connection. The source that make everything, not God, All the people they sound soft to this, God and Jehovah and everybody sound weak to I explain it here. You have a direct phone call. I hope this is not a Freemasons signal. The man doesn't be telling me, oh, praise, I see you making Freemason signal. Man need to get out of them weird mentality to it. All this is, you do this. I mean, my hand made to be moving. Sometimes you just do this. I say, oh, I see you doing that thing and that thing. Anyway, but remember, you have a direct phone call to the source of all things. That's why we say it's in you and all them things. Inside you connect and it's yes, source. You can pass, you can separate, you can go beyond everybody. God and so you can pass God. I know you don't like that. But I know what I say. I know what I say. There's no disrespect to that intelligent nucleus. I know what I say. I feel like this is not God. Oh God. God. I mean, listen, I deal with it in reverence, you know. But if we have to get to the nitty-gritty, you know, it's Haile Selassie I deal with, you know, not God I deal with, you know, Haile Selassie, you know. If you want to get clear with me, eh? Sorry about that, God, but so you go. Selassie, I know I ain't gonna get no punishment for that. Trust me. Yeah. Or then is God, eh? If you want to get clear, Odin is who God be. God, you have to give Odin back his name and we get clear. Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie. So even though the Haile Selassie is God, I mean, for conversation's sake, sometimes it can pass, but the reality is, no, man, that's not what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with Haile Selassie. The name in definition on an English form is the power and might of the Holy Trinity, you know. So anyway here, so what we're saying there now, just to get to the clarity, and I'm saying a lot on this, I'm actually waiting for my associate here that was coming for our conversation there. And I hope everyone is well, you know, and I just hope that the joy is there with all of us. So Christ is here with us, man. Christ is within us. I've explained that is something that the Black Christ, King Emmanuel, teach us very simply, you know, but I think even the little time we spend, I know we spent almost 2 hours here, maybe. I think we would have kind of broken it down on a more dynamic, clear level, you know what I mean? So here it is. God become man, and man can become God. You know, this is just my little thing. Eh? This is just me. I don't want nobody feel no way. I just nobody say, well, I make up my own thing. Yeah, I always see Haile Selassie as God become man. Just to use the term God. Eh? I gone to that level of conversation, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm humble. Believe me, it's just my look. I always see King Emmanuel as man become God. God become man and man become God. Yeah. I see a man work his way to the Godhood, to the Christhood. And I see their cases when God himself, the Most High, that's why I use that at the beginning now to differentiate now. Okay, you have the heavenly host. Now even the Most High, it's a deep thing, you know, because even the God is the same thing, because the God that become man is still the man that become God. You know, we can go into some philosophizing now, philosophy. I can't get the word. Yes, yeah. Right. I can't say it, but you just say it. Yeah, you know, like them old ones that masters of philosophy, and yeah, that's what we into here. God become man and man become God. But even the God that become man is the same man that still had to become God again. And it's in all of us. That's the thing. It is in all of us. But you see, the prophecies and nature already set certain thing in order to say, well, this will happen at that time and you can't stop it. That's why the Osiris mystery is there for us to read and see. That's why the Hero story is there. That's why the Orisha story is there. That's why the Bible is there. That's why the Quran is there. That's why the heavens is there for us to get a good understanding of what is going to happen tomorrow, what going to happen next week, what going to happen down the line, because we see it happening in front of our faces all the time. Clear? Yeah. So if the prophecy of the emperor, which we see a revelation has revealed, follow me good now, especially Rastafari, man. We see the prophecy of revelation, even some of you that are Rastas that want your Bible in rubbish. Even the prophecy of Haile Selassie, Revelation 5, is yesterday's news. Eh? Revelation have a lot to go before it done. You don't believe we somewhere in the midst of all of that prophecy. Why we don't take time and study the prophecy to see who we are? Many angels in Revelation, 7 angels fly out, and then the next 7 angel, and then this 7 angel, and then this angel here, foot and water, land, this angel in the sun, this man over here, this angel, 2 angels, 2 man, 2. So you don't think if you're a real super being, you fit into one of these categories? I know I fit in there very well. Yeah, I'm positive. I positive. I could open it and show you. That's what I'm saying. Because it's written. The main story, all of these things are fitted to right now. To today. That's why we do the shock of the hour. That's why we come and sit and talk and show these little things. Because everything is revolving around Haile Selassie in them times. Yeah, man. He is the Christ. King Emmanuel is Christ. But Haile Selassie is the Father. You know what I mean? And King Emmanuel is our Father still. Eh? And Marcus Garvey is our Father. Said way. This is some heavy stuff. You know what I mean? But it's just reality. So you're connected to the source. That's the main thing. Eh? Just know that. You're connected to the source. You don't need to go through nobody, neither. No, you have a phone call directly to the source of all existence. Not God. You hear me? I know you feel away when I say that to them. That stop you somewhere. Believe me, you can go deep. Not the black hole, not the sun, not the feathered snake. You can go to the source, the inner being. It's in you. But brother, nobody go to the Father but through the Son. I totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. King Emmanuel is the Son. But you just tell me, why just tell you? You just tell me you can go to the source, yeah, without any mediator. Yeah. Nobody have to carry you. Yeah. I hear you. So now you tell me nobody can go to the Father but through the Son. Yeah. And who the Son is? King Emmanuel. Well, it mixing me up now. You're telling me, man. So how you get into the source? Well, you say it's in me. I say it's in you. Yeah. Okay. So if I didn't tell you that, well, how you do it? Well, okay. But anyway, how you get into the source? It's in you, eh? How you find that? How people find inside of that? Well, meditation is good, yeah, meditation. Because when you meditate and you breathe, and you calm yourself, right? Okay, let me cut the chase, right? King Emmanuel gave us a specific order. Just cutting the chase quickly. When you follow that order, it's an order of how to eat, it's an order of how to dress, how to rest and wake up, service order. Enough little things, man. If I start to talk, I'll be here forever with that one. Yeah. The point I'm making is that order, although many people are not aware of it, within that order, even though the service order itself, the humming and it gets you in tune to nature, in tune to the cosmic, all colors and how you do everything you do and every little thing. Totally unaware to many. Gets you in tune to the seen and the unseen. But you know, you personally, not Prince Emmanuel, you go have to get up now, no matter how dressy. You could have all the right colors every day, eat and don't eat the right thing and keep more Sabbath than the beavers them in the video we did the time ago. But unless you in your own consciousness get up now and say, yeah, time for me to meet the God inside, you ain't gonna meet it. You've been given all the techniques, and trust me, that's it. That's prophecy. A man shall come and a Melchizedek shall rise, and we can go on and on, man. That's the man. That is the man. I'm not saying no one cannot get in tune with themselves another way, because you see again, you know what I mean, it's not this right and wrong thing. I must admit that within our Congress, there are other aspects I've seen in other people's tradition that are similar to what we do. So obviously, even if I have a fragment of this and they have a fragment and whatever, the fragments do something. But I'm just of the opinion that King Emmanuel is the Melchizedek that came with the full order. So it's not that a man can't deep read and a man can eat certain things and certain food does certain things and a lot of talk. But I'm telling you, the dervish, I mentioned the dervish earlier, how they spin around, that's a science there and all of that. But good behavior and all of these things and good consciousness and love is necessary. Many things you have to put in the pot. to contact that inner source, the God Almighty that dwells in the nucleus of life and intelligence that governs everything. Well, when you can conquer that and then get the high grade, woo, Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, we do give thanks, you know. And I've seen my Lord yet, but I'm gonna still get my family on the way out. Thanks very much for all the love. As I said, we're celebrating a new earth, the new life. Give thanks to those who stayed with us to the end. And of course, give thanks for the new beginning, those of you who keep up the New Year thing. But it's a science too, because it's the perihelion. This is the time when the sun is closest to the earth. So it is a new year. It is a new cycle. It is still a new beginning, any which way you look at it. And I'm just honored to be honestly a part of that science. You know what I mean? I delight and love the day I was born so much. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? And understanding new moon, everything, and the science of the heavens and where we link in, and you know what I mean, I just play with it from time to time. But when the elders say that King Emmanuel say a man shall come amongst us that can read the stars, I honestly see that as me personally, you understand? So I delight in who I am, straight up. You know what I mean? And I give thanks to the Black Christ in the flesh. So remember, anyone who desires, not anyone, you should desire. You should email me. This is a brand new beginning, man. Email me and let me send the copy of the brochure for you, as it relates to the homeschool education for your youths and for yourself. I ain't playing around. All of you should be on the homeschool class. Yeah, we just tiptoeing and thinking through this, and this petty consciousness and pretend consciousness. Need to kick that out if you're dealing with a new year and all them things. Kick them things out, man, and put your money where your mouth is. This ain't no joyride. This is serious. Moses Aaron, you got to email me, brother. Email me. Don't mind, don't mind. Nobody try to email me and pretend you're Moses Aaron now. So email me, brother. Once more than one person email me that saying they're Moses Aaron, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. So email me, my good brother, and let's set it up. So you start to get your shock of the hour from now for the rest of the Gregorian calendar. Appreciate you to your steadfastness. And yeah, man, everybody also should be on the shock of the hour program. I don't know what you're running from, man. That's where you get all the knowledge and information and all the inspiration. And then there's several ways you can get up on the shock of the hour. Definitely remember we have some wonderful packages, the book Anu, Ancient and Modern, and of course the book The Heavens Declare the Glory, that was written this year, as they call it this year. And what's the other book we have there? The True Biblical Land of Israel. You get those 3 books in a package, and you get a month's worth of the shock of the hour. Definitely goes down good. But anyway, you don't know, you could email me, man. Just email me and let us talk. priestISaac27@gmail.com. You know what to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you up anymore. So as I always say, you know, even on the shock of the hour, yeah, man, check this out, man. Just email me and I send you. That's not what I said. The shock. I'm just showing the video audience this. Yeah, this is the brochure itself that you will see or you will get when they contact you. All right. Yeah, if you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. And of course, you know, it takes some realize that are amongst us. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed Lord.